waifus, trade fights for better views. We both need something new. Maybe we should just tell them.
Hello, high-minded readers, and welcome to the Books and the Bees podcast. Just like bees play a crucial role in pollinating flowers and sustaining life, books pollinate minds and nurture the soul. We see the connection between the two, the delicate dance of ideas and stories that enrich our lives.
I'm Cody.
I'm Hailey.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome!
Hello, Hailey.
Hello, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Woo-hoo.
How's it going?
It's going!
Yeah, the first recording and the first episode of the new year. And it's already been a crazy year.
Mm-hmm.
Our thoughts go out to everything happening in the United States right now. Don't really want to get into it, but the first day of the year was fucking shitty.
Yeah.
So let's hope it gets better.
Yeah, my serious heart. I know they say it on TV, but my thoughts, my well wishes. That's to all the tragedy that's happened thus far.
Yeah, it's not the way it should have started this year.
No,
unfortunately,
not at all. I feel like though last year started out weird too. I could be wrong though.
That's a good. I don't remember.
Me neither. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't know. I feel like honestly, just every day now, stuff is happening, and I don't know what to do. But just to live my life, I guess.
We're just out here coping.
Yeah, that's what reading's for.
Yeah, cope while you can.
Yes, cope while you can. While you can.
And you know the best way to cope?
What?
Is by listening to our podcast and hearing about what we're reading.
Yes. Yeah. Do we want to go straight into what we're reading? I'm kind of excited.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
All right. What are you reading, Hailey? You want to start?
Sure, because I don't have anything.
Oh.
I
Rip.
Yeah, I know. I felt like I would have something that I was reading by now, but I mean, we're really only the third. What's today? The second? We're recording on the second, so
yeah.
I still got time to get into the new year, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's an early, it's also a weird, I was thinking it's a weird year because when it starts on a Wednesday, the middle of the week just doesn't feel like new. It doesn't feel like a new year to me yet. So. Right.
No, exactly. Today was a very Monday-y Thursday and I did not like it. So.
Yeah. I'm also was not a fan of it.
But yeah, what are you reading?
Well, actually, I have two books that I want to talk about. One that I started New Year's Eve, finished it yesterday. I was going to try to finish it on New Year's Eve, but ended up having something work-related come up that ruined my evening, so I had to push off reading this book. But it's a novella. It's called BadAsstronauts, Astronauts.
Let's go.
By Grady Hendrix, and it's not what you would think it is based off the title, actually, now that I think about it. It's not about sexy astronauts.
I was going to say.
But it totally could be. You're right. I didn't even think about that until I just said it. Oh, that's so funny. So Grady Hendrix is one of my favorite authors. He's a horror writer, and he actually has a book that we'll talk about later today, but I'm a big fan of his work, and he republished this novella. It was formerly written as Occupy Space, and it's basically about this kid who gets stuck at the International Space Station, and his really alcoholic old cousin, who's a former astronaut living in South Carolina, decides he's going to build a rocket and come save him because NASA basically doesn't want to. And it's kind of like this crazy fever dream of people getting behind a movement to save this guy at the International Space Station. And it was really interesting. It was different than what he usually writes, but I did have a fun time with it. And if you're into just fun, crazy, weird sci-fi, I think this is a book that you would like. And it's really short. I think it was 140 pages on my Kobo. So it's probably 70 pages in real life. So not too bad, I don't think.
That sounds doable.
Yeah. And the other book that I'm reading that I read is also a novella. It's called The Practice, the Horizon, and the Chain by Sofia Samatar. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. Sorry if I did it wrong. This was on a lot of best of the years for 2024 for the sci-fi category. And it's a ship that has a section basically in the middle of, like, if you imagine a tire, there's a section right in the middle of the tire that is where the chained live, which is basically the slave realm of this ship, except they see no light, no like outside light. They don't get any great food. Like, they're just treated terribly. So terrible that they don't even know what like artificial light is, or like birds or the ocean or cows. They don't even know what cows are. And it's basically about this kid who gets brought up to the brighter part of the ship and is kind of pushing the template for how the ship should operate. And I don't really want, I feel like I'm not describing the book very well because I don't want to get too spoilery. This is also a novella. It's also really short, but it's really kind of a take on how terrible people were treated and how people still kind of are treated in the world today. It was a really smart book. I really enjoyed it. And the author, Sofia Samatar, she's a professor at James Madison University, which is in Virginia, where I now live. So she's a local, which was really cool to learn that. And I'm kind of excited to read her other work. She has a few other books out there that I'm really excited about. So I'd also check this book out too. It was really fun. Definitely, this is a book I'll think about for a while, I think. Just a lot of stuff going on in this book that was good. Really good.
Yeah, it sounds really good and really thought-provoking.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm kind of in my like dystopian sci-fi era right now.
Yeah, I've noticed.
So, yeah.
Getting in the feels, getting in the mindset.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I know. I feel like last year I read a lot of really bad, like, dark horror books, and now I'm like into the sci-fi realm a little bit, and then maybe I'll go back to fantasy and kind of just like do a, cycle through all that. So
yeah. Genre hop.
With the occasional romance happening in between, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here
Cool.
for
Well,
it.
that's what I'm reading. Yeah.
Sweet. Sounds like some good books to start off the year.
Absolutely. And I honestly have no idea what I'm going to read next. I don't have anything queued up. So I'm a little chaotic right now with my life. So,
Oh, spicy.
yeah. I'm probably just going to go to Libby and just like scroll the wheel until I find something I want.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. It is kind of fun. I like to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially with audiobooks. I like to do it with audiobooks.
Oh, yeah. I would say I can relate, but I can't because I don't do audio. But it sounds like a good idea if you're in like a book slump or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I like to, they have an available now tab you can click on so that like you can read the book right away.
Oh.
And so I'll just do that and just scroll through and find a book that's available and start it.
That's smart.
And I just can't get a vibe. Yeah. And you can even like do multiple tags, so like available now and whatever genre you want, and helps you pick a book.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Should we jump into beekeeping?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have any beekeeping.
I feel like
I guess I have one, but
share with us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay. I didn't cut me off.
It was like, I think, and I was like, oh wait, I do have one. Well, the only one that I have is, I don't have anything really major, but I was showing this to Hailey before we started recording. And we've talked about this before. I'm a big spreadsheet person when it comes to tracking my reading. And I just learned about a new spreadsheet that I'm trying to pull up, and I literally can't find it on all my tabs. There it is. And it's called the CAWPILE, CAWPILE chart. And it's similar to the Book Rights reading chart, except one, it's way prettier.
I was going to say better.
Yeah, it is like aesthetically way more appealing. It's a very like pastel pink color. And they also have a dark version that was really hard for me to read. So that's why I looked at this one. In fact, this one's called Cream. It looks like strawberries are cream, actually. It really does. But it's really similar. You put in the information for the book, and there's a lot of it. Like you put in the author, title, the month you read it in, the format, pages read, the genre. You can put in a subgenre, which is actually something that I really like. Publication year. And then there's the compile section, and each letter of the word is an acronym. So C's for characters, A's for atmosphere, W's for writing, P's for plot, I is for intrigue, L is for logic, and E is for enjoyment. And you basically rate the book 1 to 10 on how it did in each of those sections. So like C's for characters, were the characters memorable? Did you care about what happens to the characters? W's for writing. Did you like the writing style? L's for logic. Were the characters acting in accordance to their motives? Were their motives clear? Was the world building sufficient or insufficient? And so I'm kind of interested in tracking this because, for one, I mentioned last episode, I'm a little tired of the Book Riot reading log, and this one seems like a really fun way for me to think about my books more. With the call pile method. So I think I'm going to give it a shot and try it. So that's what I got.
Hell yeah. And I mentioned this when you were showing me the spreadsheet, but it looks like, to me anyways, as someone who works with a fuck ton of spreadsheets all the time and sees them a lot, it looks like it was made by someone who actually like really knows how to make a, what's the word, like visually appealing spreadsheet without it looking too like 1987.
No, it's super, like, it's really pretty. The flow is really good, and I think that might be why I'm getting turned off from Book Riot. And I didn't mention it, but they used to do a video every year and like walk you through the spreadsheet. And which was nice because, I mean, I've used it often enough now that I really didn't need the video, but it was nice because like the person who made it would talk about it and what they did. And then they always changed it and had like slightly different, things that they were tracking. And this year they didn't change it at all from last year, except for the color.
Lame.
And I was like, well, I mean, yeah. And the colors were terrible. So, I mean, I get it. I shouldn't pick a spreadsheets by its color, but I did because it was so ugly. I hated it so much.
I'm telling you right now, the color of something can just ruin it, okay? Like,
it can. It really can. Yeah.
It's like book reads and their beige ass freaking app. Like, I'm sorry, but color scheme is everything.
Yeah. I do have to rant about Goodreads for a second because, so I sent you, today, this episode's going to be 2025 releases that we're excited about. I sent Hailey a romance specific 2025 list because I happened to stumble on Goodreads and find romance, like sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and I was super stoked because I had never found these before, and I could not find them again later today. I had to go to the one I sent you and then like backtrack through these like weird URLs.
I love that.
Why is it so hard? Why is it so freaking hard to find these like lists that I want? Because I didn't save the stupid URLs, and I was so mad at Goodreads about it. So I just, fuck off, Goodreads. You suck. I hate you so much.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And that would have made me mad too, to be honest.
I was very mad.
Especially
but then I found them, so I feel good.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're trying to like, find shit. Like, yeah, that's usability, people. Usability in your apps. We need it.
Well, and I did, that was part of my problem too, was I was on my computer this time, whereas earlier today I found them on my phone.
Yeah.
And so the Discover, if you go to the Goodreads app, and I think we talked about this last week where we realized we couldn't find the like lists and stuff. The Discover thing on Goodreads, which looks like the compass, that takes you to like those different stuff.
Yes.
And then I couldn't find it on the computer because I was obviously prepping for the show. So I was like using my computer, my desktop, and yeah, I couldn't find them. And I was like so pissed about it. And
maybe there is a way, but we just don't know. But there should be like a way where you can just, because if you have the app and you have it on like your website, like you have the same profile, there should be a way for you to just save stuff like that. So that way you can like save the lists and add that, so that way you can view it on both no matter like what device you're on. That would make sense to me.
That's a really good idea, actually.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know. Goodreads is
Get your shit together, Goodreads.
Yeah, they're living off fumes, I think.
They're never going to like sponsor us for anything.
No, they're not. They hate us. They hate us so much.
Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You guys talk so much shit about us.
Yeah. I feel like every book podcast does, though. I don't know anybody who like loves Goodreads. You know, like, no one loves Goodreads anymore. It's frustrating.
That's what happens when you don't have competitors. You never get better.
Well, hopefully, like Storygraph. I feel like Storygraph is becoming a competitor now. So hopefully they're like pushing Goodreads to think about doing stuff because, yeah, Goodreads, you're slacking, man. You're slacking hard. Slacking
big time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I'll post a link to the Compile Excel sheet. I did not make this spreadsheet. I want to make sure that's clear. In fact, maybe I can see who made it real quick.
Oh yeah. Cite your sources.
I don't want to
offend people.
Yeah, I don't want to like say this was my idea. I did it.
Oh yeah, take credit.
Oop, I am starting a video. Stop. Did that video come into the audio?
I don't know. You're like buried behind all my, the fuck is that called? Not websites, my pages that are
tabs.
Yes, thank you.
It looks like I could be so wrong, and I'm just going to go with this, and I'll correct it in the show notes if I'm wrong. But the Compile spreadsheet looks like it's created by the YouTuber Book Roast.
Oh, wow.
So she did a great job. I really like it. So yeah, this is definitely her, it seems like. So thank you, Book Roast. Go check out their channel. I will link their stuff on our show notes. And I'll link the spreadsheet as well because I like it so far. So I will keep you updated and we'll see how it goes.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out. Hailey, did you have beekeeping that you wanted to chat about?
I feel like I did earlier today that I thought about it and I didn't write it down because I'm a dumbass. But I did want to just say that prior to New Year's, because don't be cleaning on New Year's. Don't be doing that. It's just superstitious, that's all. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Don't be cleaning. Cleaning?
Yeah, cleaning. I was cleaning and I organized my bookshelves. And reorganized my books and put all of my read books like towards the back so that all the books that I haven't read are in front. And
I thought you meant the color red.
No.
I was like, why do you not like the red books?
You know, to be fair, red is my least favorite color, so
it's mine too.
Really? Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, because I'm a ginger. I'm a redhead. I don't know if people know this or not. And if you're a redhead, you do not wear red clothing because you look like a tomato.
Sure.
So, like, I avoid red like the plague.
Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know what my aversion to, or aversion, or whatever the fuck that word is to red. I've just always been like a blue-green and like purple girl, and then like recently got into pink again because I abhorred it. When I was a little girl, I thought that pink was for girly girls, and I didn't want to be a girly girl. Just some unboxed trauma right there. But I've recently allowed myself to like pink again, and I fucking love the color pink. But anyways,
I like
I
pink.
I don't know why I don't like red. It's just not a good color. I don't know, for me.
It's really intense.
It is very intense, and I need.
So is yellow. I don't like yellow either. Like yellow is just so bright, and I don't like it.
That's fair. I don't mind yellow. If it's like paired with certain things, then I don't mind it. But
yeah, I mean I'm okay. It's okay being with like other colors, but not by itself.
Yeah, it's very vibrant.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun facts, I guess. But I just wanted to say that I cleaned and organized my books.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Yeah. Mine are still in boxes.
Oh.
I know. We need to get bookshelves. We're actually getting closer to buying bookshelves, I think.
Nice. So, IKEA. I hear everyone and see everyone getting them from IKEA and then like making them look really fucking cool. So
we are definitely probably going to do IKEA.
Hell yeah.
Definitely probably going to do IKEA.
Or the Container Store, maybe. I don't know if they have shelves, but that's a fun store.
I don't know what the Container Store is.
Oh my god. Okay. I need you to find the nearest, and our listeners too, if you're listening to this, and you enjoy organization, or you're type A in any capacity, or maybe like have a little bit of like you need things to be in certain places, go to the Container Store and thank me later. Find the nearest Container Store. It's literally called the Container Store. Go and enjoy, and just I fucking love it. It's literally just like container and like storage and organizational shit. That's all it is.
I am going to look this up, and I'm going to see if there's one in it.
I actually think that they filed bankruptcy this year, but you know.
Oops.
But go support it because it's a really cool store.
Before they run out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's a bummer.
Go enjoy.
Cool. Yeah. Great. Well, that's exciting. That's very exciting,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, should we jump into the main event for today?
Hell yeah.
All right. So this episode is going to be, which is, by the way, 51, episode 51.
Hell yeah,
so
we're almost to a year.
Next week will be our 1 year. I'm really excited for it.
Let's go.
So this episode is going to be our anticipated 2025 releases, which we also did last year. We're going to do it the same way. We're going to do January 1st to June 30th as our official cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think we have any books. Maybe I have one in May, or one of us has one in May. So
Nope.
we might do one later. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's hard. We were talking about this before we started recording too, but I think it's hard because I feel like people aren't really pushing for their books until like the 3-month or so span comes.
Yeah.
And obviously May and June are not 3 months away. So maybe we'll do one when we get closer to that, but we'll see. Anyways, in this case, we're doing for the first half of the year, January 1st through June 30th. We have a few shared books, and we each have 5 books that we're excited for the first part of the year.
Hell yeah.
Which is going to be awesome.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. And I think we can just jump right into it. The first book, which I feel like doesn't need any introduction at all, is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I am already seeing the hype for this book.
Really?
And honestly, I'm super excited for it.
Really? Aw.
I'm so excited for it. I kind of want to go to a midnight release.
Ooh, oh my god, you should.
I might. I really might.
You should, and then report back.
Yeah. It's, I think Barnes & Noble is doing midnight releases, so maybe I'll look and double check that mine is, because I kind of want to do it.
Do it.
And then it would count for my, because I think the book already has like sprayed edges on it, so it would count for my like cool edition for the challenge.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that
We'll see.
so
We'll
much.
see. But if you haven't read Fourth Wing, did you liked Fourth Wing?
I liked the first book. I wasn't
Yeah.
so keen on the second book. I'm still
Iron
debating
Flame.
if I want to. Yeah. I'm still debating if I want to read the third book. If anything, I'd probably read it just to like maybe give some conclusion to like the huge cliffhanger that was left.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah,
Big cliffhanger.
Big cliffhanger. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything. No spoilers here. But
Yeah.
if you did read the second book, then you know how much of a freaking spoiler that was. But it seems like because the books come out so quickly,
Yeah.
although this one seems like it's not coming out as quickly as the time between the first and the second coming out.
They were in the same year, like
Yeah.
2 or 3 months apart. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but yeah, and I mean, if you enjoyed the series, then like more power to you. And I definitely would go to the release though, because I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. And especially like Barnes and Noble, it seems like they'd probably do like some giveaways or some shit. That'd be freaking cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, I did. I really liked Fourth Wing. And that book is actually kind of what started the podcast, honestly.
Yeah.
Was we had like a informal book club about Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. And I really liked both of them. I think I liked Fourth Wing better. Iron Flame had some weird, like the first half of Iron Flame, I remember not liking.
Yeah.
And then it got better at the end. And the cliffhanger was such a cliffhanger that I just have been itching for this book. And I feel like I'm going to be disappointed in it, which makes me sad. But I think I'm like I still have to read it, and so I do plan on buying it when it comes out. I'll probably buy this one physically. We'll see. I mean, if I go to the midnight release, I'll definitely buy it physically, but I'm probably gonna buy it when it comes out regardless, and just start on it and see where it takes me,
Yeah.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's better than the first part of the second book.
Me too. So that's Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, the third book in the Fourth Wing series, which I forget. I think it has a different name, but that's what I call it. So that's what I'm going to call it here. The other book that we're both excited about is called I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com by Kimberly Lemming. This is the first book in a new series that she's writing called Cosmic Chaos. It is released on February 18th, and we both enjoyed the first book of That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, I think.
That sounds right.
Which is such a great title.
I love it.
I ended up reading the whole trilogy. Haley's read the first one so far. She plans on reading the other two.
Yeah.
They're great. They're fun. They're spicy. They were all 3 of 5 on the honey scale for me. This one's probably going to be a 5 on the honey scale. And I just love her titles, and I think her writing is very quirky and funny, and it's great. Just like funny sci-fi fantasy romance. So I'm here for it.
Yeah. I really need to dive into the second book, but I'm very excited about this new series that she's coming out with, because
the cover looks so cool too. Like, it's just such a fun cover.
I haven't even looked at the cover yet, but
it's so good. It's so good.
I should go look at it. I'm stoked to like read the rest of the other series. So
it's a good series. Cool. And then the last one is called Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Shouldn't be surprised. I love Emily Henry's books.
Yes.
And they're always in like the top of the year. She's like just the queen of romantic comedy books right now. That comes out April 22nd. So we got a little bit of a wait for it, but I think it's gonna be good. I'm still thinking about Funny Story, which I read last year, was in my top 10. It's such a good book. I enjoyed it. She's just unmatched, I think, in the romance genre right now, and I really like it. So, and her books are usually more lower on the scale. I would say like a 3 is maybe what I put Funny Story at, maybe a 2 on the honey scale. So, I would say for those who are maybe into the crazy romance, this is a good one for you. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this one will be a 5. So don't.
I know, right?
I haven't read it yet.
It's like the spiciest one yet.
Everyone's gonna be like, Cody, you lied to us. How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah. I literally, when I was looking up the new releases for this year, this book was everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It's all over the place.
And I was like, dang, okay, I guess I'll look out for that one when it comes out. Like, geez.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
Yeah.
Honestly, her books are always in the top. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. And I've seen the Funny Story book in like every single store that I've been in that sells books. Whether that's like a grocery store. Like, I think I went to like, okay, if you don't live in like the West Coast, I went to a Fred Meyer, which is like Kroger. And it was even there. And I was like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, that's, if it's in like a Fred Meyer Kroger, then like it's a popular book, because they only put like bestsellers there. Literally. Yeah.
And I was like, all right then.
That's usually Stephen King's and like the top mystery people like John Grisham, and that's what they sell at Fred Meyer. So
they don't sell like, I mean, they sell popular, like most popular stuff, but they don't.
Yeah, there's no niche books at Fred Meyer, Kroger, whatever.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, wow, it's even here. Okay. And then it was at one of the indie bookstores that's here, but they're like a religious indie bookstore, so their selection's very limited. But I was surprised to see it there too, but they also had oh my god, Blackbird and Butchered and Blackbird. That's where I was looking for. They had that there, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Damn. Do they know?
I don't know. I was like, no, I'm not gonna tell them. let the
That's not
people
my
learn.
job. Yeah. That's not my job.
Exactly. I was like, but yeah. So
Yikes.
yeah,
Cool.
big yikes.
Yeah. Well, those are just the three that we have that are shared that we're excited about. But I feel like these are pretty high on a lot of people's lists, so probably not a big shocker. And then we each have 5 that we have chosen that we're individually excited about. So Hailey, do you want to start with your first book?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
So my first book is it's called Deep End, or I can't remember if it was The Deep End or just Deep End. I want to say it's just Deep End.
I think you're right. I saw this book a lot too.
Yeah, by Ali Hazelwood. Gee, go figure. She's churning out books, let me tell you.
She is.
She has been
really is. Yeah.
like pushing them, but
She's cooking.
she is. But they're all the ones that I've read thus far. I don't think I've read one of the newer releases that she just released. But they all look so good, and this one, I love the cover. I'm very excited to read it. It comes out February 4th, 2025, obviously this year, duh. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get into it. And if you like her stuff, I'm assuming would probably like this book. Because I feel like most of her books, from what I read, outside of maybe Bride, which even Bride, like, her writing style is very similar. Like, you can tell that it's written by her, kind of, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into it. And it is just called just Deep End. There we go. Sorry.
And it's like a sports romance, right?
Yeah,
like,
it is.
So
it's
the sports romance is happening.
Yeah, it's a competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
I'm interested to see, because I feel like there's, out of all the sports romances, I feel like swimming and diving is not really like a thing. So.
Oh really? No,
yeah,
I feel like
I don't know a lot of like swim romances.
I feel like swimming leads itself to being a romance book.
It's true.
Like,
yeah.
I think the least likely sport would be like, I don't know. I feel like I would think like golf, but then Tessa Bailey had her one. So
because Bailey said, "Hold my book, like hold my pen. Let me write this real quick."
Oh yeah, that's great. I'm excited for it. I'm probably gonna read this one too, even though I haven't read Bride yet, which I really want to. But I think I might read this as well.
It's so good.
Yeah, we have a copy of it. I just haven't read it yet.
Do it.
It's on my list. It's on my list. It's on my list.
But yeah, I'm really excited, and I think it'll be a good book. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What's your first book?
Well, my first one is actually by an author I talked about at the top of the episode. It's called Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. It comes out very soon, January 14th, so just a week after this podcast episode airs. Grady Hendrix, he's an automatic buy for me, so like already I'm buying 2 books this month with Onyx Storm and this Grady Hendrix.
Hell yeah.
This one is about a girl. She's pregnant in the 1970s, and she basically goes to live with like an orphanage of other witch teenagers. So Grady Hendrix is really good at horror in a like funny, interesting way. He wrote probably honestly one of the best books I've ever read, called My Best Friend's Exorcism, which was about 2 girls in the 80s who one of them gets possessed, and he's really good at writing from the female perspective, I think, and all of his characters are usually the main character is always a girl, and he's just really good at it. He's a great writer. I've loved everything he's written, and I'm just slowly working through his backlog, and I'm really excited to read this one as well. This book has been on my radar for a while, and I'm so excited I finally get to read it because I wanted the ARC and didn't get it. So now I get to read it so soon. I'm very excited. It's going to be such a good book. Yeah.
I think I might pick this book up because it sounds good, and I think I saw it somewhere. The title sounds super familiar, so
I know we've talked about it before, but I think you would like it too. And we've also talked about what's it called? The Southern Mom's Guide to Slaying Vampires or something like that.
Yep.
That's a great book too. So
yeah,
he's got good ones. He's got really good books. So
hell yeah,
really enjoy it. Yeah. What is your next one, Hailey?
So my next one is also shouldn't come as a surprise, but and now that I say that, I feel like I should be going in chronological order. So just kidding. I'm gonna do the one that's in January, and it's called.
Yeah, I should do that too. Actually,
I know. I was like,
order.
I mean, you started with a January one, so that's good.
I did. That's true. Yeah.
But it's called The Rival by Emma Lord, and it comes out January 21st, so it's also coming soon. I think I got this one from, I think it was on a Penguin Random House list. That's another good place to look if you're ever looking for lists of books to read, and you check Book Riot. Maybe you're sick of Goodreads like we are. No offense, Goodreads, sorry. That's a good place to check, and yeah, I really recommend utilizing them because they're literally like a publishing house. So
they do have good lists. Yeah, they do have good lists.
They're gonna know what's hot and what's not. You know what I mean?
So true.
Cue friggin' Paris Hilton just suing the shit out of me right now. Please don't sue me, Paris Hilton.
Please don't.
I love you, and you're so pretty. Okay. But this one's The Rival by Emma Lord, and it's basically a rivals to lovers, which I love. An enemies to lovers book. It's my favorite. Gets an academic send up in this charming and irresistible romantic comedy. It says, at long last, Sadie has vanquished her lifelong academic rival, her irritatingly charming, whip-smart next-door neighbor, Seb, by getting the coveted only spot to her dream college. Or at least so she thinks. When Seb is unexpectedly pulled off the waitlist and admitted. And I'm sure you guys can probably guess what's probably going to happen next, but...
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Sounds good.
I know. And I really like the cover. I think the cover was cute too, so.
Oh. Yeah, this book, I did not come across my thing.
Yeah, I don't remember if I saw it by on the Goodreads one, so that's why I think I got it from the Penguin one.
Oh, it is a cute cover.
The Penguin Random House, or whatever the hell, publishing.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like a really good book.
Now I'm like, am I even saying that right? Penguin. Yep, Penguin Random House. I'm so smart.
Penguin Random House. Hell yeah. No, it sounds really good. I think that's a great book. It looks really cute.
Yeah. Oh shit,
Really cute.
There's a book on here that, oh, that's okay.
Uh-oh.
Is
there one that you really want to talk about?
No, it's okay. It's just like another book in a series that I've mentioned here on the podcast, but...
Oh, I think I know what it is.
I'll just say it.
Breaker?
Oh no, it's The Love Lyric by Christina Forrest.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it comes out bonus book I guess, but it comes out on February 4th, and it's if you haven't read Christina Forrest's books, they're fucking amazing, and she's a great author, and I also deeply support her. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What's your next book?
My next book is called Water Moon by Samantha Sotto Yambao, which also comes out on January 14th. So 2 of mine come out on the 14th.
Wow.
This book is a beautiful book. I have actually seen this on a few anticipated lists as well. I feel like it's going to be a buzzy book, and it is a fantasy romance magical realism book. It's about a girl named Hannah Ishiwaka who wakes up on her first morning as the pawn shop's new owner to find it ransacked with the most precious items stolen, and her father is missing. And right after all this happens, a stranger walks into the shop and offers help to help her figure out who stole everything from the pawn shop and how to find her father. And it looks like they might fall in love along the way. So really exciting book. It looks really fun. I'm really into, I don't know, something about like Japanese, Chinese fiction I find really interesting. I kind of love the way they do fiction in those countries. So this one is just right up in my alley. I think it's going to be a great palate cleanser book between all of the crazy ass sci-fi and horror that I read. And I'm really excited to read it. I think it's going to be great. And the cover is just super pretty too. I love the cover.
Hell yeah. I love that.
I love covers.
I know. I love covers too. I think that like really just adds a certain something to a book.
If it's a bad cover, I'll honestly not read it. I don't know what to tell you, but like if it's an ugly cover, I don't want to read it at all. I really don't.
That's why that's one of our challenges.
Yes. And then another one is read a book literally because of its covers.
Exactly.
We get both sides of the coin.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So Water Moon by Samantha Sotto Yambao. Look for it at a bookstore near you. Hailey, what's your next book?
My next book, in chronological order, I think, Yep. Okay, I can read a calendar and do months.
We know the dates. We know how dates work.
I know how to do things in chronological order. This one is called The Love Simulation by Etta Easton, and another really cute book cover. And it's honestly, I don't know why I like grabbed this one. It just looked cute, and it has like what looks like maybe like an astronaut or like scientists on the front, and it's got like a cute little like rover thing happening, and I think that's so cute. But the book description is: a passionate vice principal and a guarded science teacher compete for a grand prize, only to realize their budding relationship might be the real jackpot. And that's all I'm going to give you.
Shit.
There's like way more on Goodreads, so if you want to look up the book,
we're giving cliff notes here because it's really hard to read the whole description.
Yeah, I don't want to read the whole description. Sometimes.
I saw earlier on Goodreads, like 2 hours ago, I saw that you put this on your TBR, and I was like, I hope she's talking about it today because it looks really good. Like, I'm super excited to read this book. I'm definitely going to read it. It looks so fun. And yeah, it looks like they're on like Mars or something with like a weird, like, I don't know. It looks kind of like a golf ball, like tent thing.
Yeah.
And a rover. Like it looks really fun. I'm really excited to read this book. It looks good.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like an Ella Hazelwood cover. Actually.
It does.
Like it feels like an Ella Hazelwood type book.
Yeah, it does. It does look like that. And I was like, oh, I kind of really like this. And if I didn't mention it, it comes out on March 4th. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that and go get it and enjoy. I don't know.
Maybe we should try to get the ARC for it.
Ooh, yeah. I might go look it up. I feel like I might be, what's the word? Not banned, but blacklisted from
Oh no.
from NetGalley.
Did you have a couple ladies?
I had a couple of non-interest entries, but I mean,
Yikes.
To be fair, like that's like a whole nother tangent, but yeah, Goodreads is really hard. Or not Goodreads. I'm so sorry, Goodreads.
Goodreads, you suck.
NetGalley.
But we're gonna bitch about NetGalley right now.
Yeah. Move out the way so I can complain about your evil twin. No, NetGalley is just, it felt like a lot and like a chore towards like the middle of the year.
Same.
And it just like kind of was starting to ruin reading a little bit for me. As much as I really love and enjoy having the chance and opportunity to read books before they're actually published, which is freaking cool as shit. I just don't. I don't know. There's something about it that feels like homework, and it feels like I'm not reading for fun. And also some of the books that I really, 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 really wanted to read, I didn't get picked for, and that kind of like made me feel like shit. So not that that's their fault, obviously, and it's like not really my fault either because I'm new to NetGalley, so that really messes with your ability to get books. But so
I'm with you 100%. Like and there's like a badge you get I don't know. I think is it like 80% that you've read or something?
Yeah.
And you have to read so many books and you have to have 80% of them done. And I finally got that badge. So and I was like, this sucks. I mean, it's good that I got the badge because I think I might get more books now, but to get that badge is a lot of freaking work. And like you said, it feels like homework. I think I don't know if you did this too, but I got really excited to read arcs. And so I signed up for a bunch of them. And then I ended up with arcs that I really didn't like love and still had to read. So I didn't talk about a lot of them on the podcast, which kind of defeats the purpose of reading the arc. Some of them I was like scrambling to read before. Some of them I still submitted like things a few days after they were technically done. So I don't know if you can go back and like do them so that you can get your badge, but it's a lot of work, and I'm going to be really strict on my arcs this year, which I know we've talked about before. So not going to have a lot of them hopefully this year, except for ones that I really, really, really want to read.
Yeah, that's fair. And also, like, I don't know about you, but just the NetGalleys, like, their mobile app of like
I don't
reading
even use it.
is terrible.
I don't even use it.
Yeah.
I also don't like to read them. Either you read on the app or you download them onto your e-reader. And the format on my e-reader like is so different than regular books. It is like jarring, and I don't like it at all. Yeah.
I honestly wish that they'd send out more physical copies. I think that would be a lot cooler than just
I agree.
doing that. And the posting on Instagram, oh my god, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. And the review, you have to do a review that's like minimum 150 words. Like if it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's very hard, but yeah.
It's the price we pay to be famous book podcasters.
So famous. Oh, I was going to tell you, that was what my beekeeping, sorry, I don't mean to take this over.
Okay,
but my beekeeping was that, so for the year of 2025, I made a bingo card thing for the year of like goals that I want to reach. And one of my goals was for the podcast, and it was for us to have 1,000 followers for our book podcast. I think that'd be really cool.
Hey, that's a great goal.
Yeah,
I'm super excited. On Instagram or
no, on spot like 1,000 like listener people.
Oh,
I think
gotcha.
That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
that's great.
How we're gonna get there, I don't know. But
help us. We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there. I don't know. They say after the first year is when you start like getting the chance to really build a base. So
that makes sense.
You know, we love the Hive Mind people that are here. We love all of you.
We love you guys.
We want more people too. So, yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
It's a great goal. That's a great goal.
Yeah. So what's your next book?
My next book is, I'm looking at my list. It is The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune, which ironically enough, I have an arc for this book.
Hell
so
yeah,
I'm going to read it before it comes out. TJ Klune, I love TJ Klune. He's such a great author. I've talked about a couple of his books on the podcast already. And I feel like he's not getting as much attention as he used to, especially like House in the Cerulean Sea was a really buzzy book for him. And then the sequel did not seem to get a lot of attention. Aww. His other books feel like haven't gotten as much either. So I really want to hype this book up. It's fantastic. This book is based around Nate Cartwright is the character in 1995. His parents are dead. His older brother wants nothing to do with him, and he's been fired from his job as a journalist in Washington, D.C. With nothing left to lose, he returns to his family's summer cabin. Wow, that was terrible. Outside of Roseland, Oregon, to try and find some sense of direction. The cabin should be empty, but it's not. Inside is a man named Alex, and with him is an extraordinary little girl who calls herself Artemis Darth Vader.
I love that.
Artemis, who isn't exactly as she appears. And always with TJ Klune, his books kind of have a cozy LGBTQ romance component to it, typically male-to-male romance. His books are great. I love everything about them. The covers are always amazing. They always have this like claymation style to them. And I've loved every book that he's read since I learned about him with House in the Cerulean Sea. I'm so excited I got the arc for this book because I wanted to read it so bad. And it's a great He's a great author. He describes himself as the anti-J.K. Rowling, which I'm a huge fan of. So thank you so much, TJ Klune, for everything that you do. And I'm excited to read this book. And I hope everyone else is too.
Hell yeah. Go out and buy or consume that book.
Yeah. Go support TJ Klune.
Yeah.
And don't support the other author whose name I mentioned only because I called him the anti-version. But yeah. Yay.
Yes.
Your turn. What's your next book?
My
We got all discombobulated with our tangents.
I know. I'm so sorry. Let's see. My next one, because I'm doing these in chronological order, is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. It comes out April 15th, and I can't wait.
Let's go.
If you've been listening to this podcast for any amount of time or at all in any capacity, you know that I'm so freaking excited about all of Lila Sage's books, to be completely honest. And this one is the same amount of enthusiasm. It's the fourth book in the series. Funnily enough, I put that I had read it on accident because I picked the wrong book when I was going in and marking that I had read the third book. And yeah, and I was like, oh shit. But I quickly reviewed that and put that it's something I want to read. So I hope she wasn't weirded out by that, and I hope she wasn't like, what the fuck? So, you know, if you're happening to listen to this, Lila Sage, my bad. Also, I love your books, and I hope you do well with this one as well. But this book is, like I said, the fourth book, and I'll just read a little bit of a snippet from the book's description. It says, she's the one that got away, he's the one that never let her go, from the best-selling author of Done and Dusted and Swift and Saddled. And what was the other one? Oh my god. Done and Dusted, Swift and Saddled, and...
Start with an L.
Lost and Lassoed, thank you.
Yeah.
The next book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, a small-town romance in which past lovers get a second chance to rediscover what they lost.
Ooh.
I know it's going to be good because I've already read the first three, so, like, I kind of have an idea of, like, what might happen, and I'm very freaking excited. Yeah. If you haven't read the series, go read Done and Dusted, which is the first book. Super good.
It is good. I've read it.
I love the covers of all these books. They're so unique and cool, and they remind me of like old Western
yeah, absolutely,
like comic type thing. I don't even know how to describe it, what that style is, but yeah, and it comes out April 15th.
Yay.
Yeah,
very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Yeah. What's your next book?
My next book is called, I'm looking at my list, it's called The Unworthy by Agustina Bazterrica. I feel like I didn't say that right. I'm so sorry. And this is an author that I've also read before. She wrote this book, and I've talked about this on the podcast, I think, called Tender as the Flesh, which was such a good like horror dystopian novel that I think about that book literally constantly, and I read it probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. The ending of that book is ingrained into my brain in such a way that like I can't not think about it at least once a month. I swear I think about this book so often, and I've been really excited for her to come out with another piece, and she is coming out with The Unworthy. It comes out on March 4th of this year. And it's basically a thrilling work of literary horror about a woman cloistered in a secretive, violent religious order while outside the world has fallen into chaos. Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
To top it off, it's a translated book, so that would fit for the reading challenge for those who are looking for a translated book. And it's LGBTQ, dystopia, horror. It's 192 pages. I think it's going to be an amazing book. I honestly can't wait to read it. This author is one that I just love. She also wrote a short story collection called 19 Claws and a Blackbird that I haven't had the chance to read yet, but I really want to read it too. So I'm just super stoked because I think I'm going to love this book, and I'm I just honestly can't wait to get my hands on it. I wish I could read it today because I totally would.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, it definitely is a Cody book, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Very excited, very excited. Oh, there's a giveaway on Goodreads. Maybe I should sign up for it.
Do it.
Let's go. Okay, Hailey, I think, are we on our last books?
Yeah, but for the sake of like time, kind of, and also because I want to hook, line, and sinker people into going to our Instagram, which I'm going to try really hard to actually work on and post on this year. If you want to hear what my last book is on my list, you have to go check it out on our Instagram.
Whoa, you heard it here, folks. You've been baited.
You've been baited. Get wrecked.
Well, that's amazing. I love it. I will double down.
Oh, let's go.
I will post 2 extra books that I didn't put on my original list to put on the Instagram.
Let's go.
So, because I really want to talk about my last book, so I'm going to talk about it on the podcast. But I will. I'll post 2 books that I'm really excited about that didn't make the cut, even though I'm really excited for them, on our Instagram as well. So you can go find them there. It's a great idea, Hailey.
Thanks. I just thought of it.
Yeah, it's great. It's perfect. I'm excited. I mean, I know what your last book is, but nobody else does.
It's a secret.
Nobody else does. Well, my last book is also not a gigantic secret because I've talked about this author before and probably this book before because it's been on my radar for a while. It's The Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. It's about a buffalo hunter. He's a hunter that's hunting buffalo hunters because he's a vampire.
Oh shit!
And I think that's all you need to know, because it's amazing. Stephen Graham Jones is writing a vampire book. It comes out March 18th. I love his writing. I'm super excited for this book. The cover is amazing too. He's in my top 5 favorite authors right now, and I'm so excited to read this book. I feel like I'm so lucky because I got to read 2 of his books last year. Just with how he publishes books this year, he's got another one coming out. Like, it's just great to be a Stephen Graham Jones fan right now, and I'm really excited for this book because I think it's gonna be amazing. So, Buffalo Hunter.
I love that. At first, I thought it was like a typo when I was reading it. I was like, did he put 100 twice? That makes sense.
Stephen Graham Jones did. He's a Buffalo Hunter. Yeah. His books are great. His books are really good. I just love his work. So,
I love that.
Yay! So exciting!
Hell yeah!
All right. Well, if you want to tell us what books you're looking forward to this year, you can email us. And our email is booksandbeespod@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram to hear about Hailey's last book of anticipated for 2025, at least for the first part. And my extra ones, it is at booksandthebeespod. So please go onto Instagram and interact with us there because we'd love to build our base. You could also give us a review on your podcast listening app, whatever that may be. We are still in the process of getting on Apple Podcasts, which is my fault. I'm sorry for that. There's like a week-long wait that we have to do apparently. And it's kind of a challenge for me because I only have PC devices, so I don't know how to do anything on Apple. But I'm trying, and I'm actually enlisting help of a mutual friend on the podcast to get us on it. So we are in progress. Hopefully, I'm so sorry that it's been such a pain, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And I want to give a thank you to the American Indie for the use of the song Rendezvous. It's the intro and outro to our podcast. We love it. We love them. Go check them out on Spotify. As always, their link to their Spotify is in the show notes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Hailey, anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this literary journey as much as we did. If you're buzzing with excitement, don't forget to subscribe, email us, and leave a high 5-worthy review on your podcast listening app. Until next time, happy reading, and may our shelves be filled with tales as enchanting as a blooming garden. Keep the buzz alive, and we'll catch you in the next chapter. Bye for now.
Bye.